Hello everyone, I am Miss Colonel, and I will be guiding this utter disaster of a driver through the streets of Horizon. It's like Adrian Newey built a spaceship, stuck it on wheels, and let you, a mere mortal, drive it. Valkyrie, from Old Norse Valkyria, literally means chooser of the slain. Oh darling, you're absolutely right. This thing does feel like a proper F1 escapee, doesn't it? And yes, a few of the grid's finest couldn't resist owning one in real life. Oh darling, brace yourself. In real life, a brand new Aston Martin Valkyrie started at about £2.5 million before options. Then most buyers went properly mad with the bespoke program and ended up closer to 3 to 3.5 million quid. That's before taxes, mind you. Not literally, no. It's as close as you can get to one without the FIA slapping a ban. No hybrid nonsense like modern F1. Just a screaming V12 and a man who designs winners.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Colonel Castle, and this series and the new episode in the series of Forza Horizon with my AI companion, which she will help us during the game and our free roam drive to just learn more about the car, more about the map, and if I make any mistake or anything like that, she will toast and roast me. So would you like to introduce yourself, Miss Colonel?
Hello everyone, I am Miss Colonel, and I will be guiding this utter disaster of a driver through the streets of Horizon. Expect brutal honesty. Expect zero mercy. If he so much as taps a lamppost, I will make him regret it. And yes, I know every single corner of this map, so don't even think about blaming geography for your incompetence. Let's drive.
Okay, sure, no problem. So what do you think about this car?
Gorgeous, isn't it? Every inch of it screams privilege and wasted potential. It's like Adrian Newey built a spaceship, stuck it on wheels, and let you, a mere mortal, drive it. But do keep up. That V12 deserves better than amateur hour.
So what is the full name of it, exactly?
The Aston Martin Valkyrie. That's all. Just the Valkyrie. Though in my opinion, it should have been called the Valkyrie Medi Edition. After you ruin its pristine record, it would still be 1,000 times better than any lap you've ever done.
Yeah, for medieval. So also, why the name is like that? Why Valkyrie? Where it comes from?
Valkyrie, from Old Norse Valkyria, literally means chooser of the slain. They're female figures who decide who dies in battle and who gets taken to Valhalla. So Aston Martin thought it fitting, I suppose. This car doesn't so much drive as it decides who lives and who gets left on the tarmac. Just like me, darling, watching you drive.
Okay. What is the top speed? Any technical specs?
Top speed? Limited to 220 miles per hour because, believe it or not, even they don't trust humans behind this. 1,100 horsepower from the V12 alone. Add the electric motors and you're looking at 1,160. 0 to 60, less than 2.5 seconds. But honestly, you'll never get anywhere close. The thing needs to be tamed, much like you.
So what are the similar cars in the same class?
In Forza Horizon 5, the Valkyrie sits in S2998 territory.
No, not necessarily Forza Horizon. Generally, in reality, what are the similar and the same class cars to this Aston Martin Valkyrie?
In the real world, the Valkyrie lives in the ultra-exclusive hypercar apocalypse club, the cars that cost 7 figures and make normal millionaires feel poor. True peers are Mercedes AMG 1, the only other road car with a proper current-era F1 power unit, shoehorned in. Koenigsegg Jesko, especially the absolute version. Different philosophy, but same will delete your license in one straight line territory. Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus, still the speed king, but more of a grand tourer on steroids compared to the Valkyrie's track weapon vibe. Red Bull RB17, Adrian Newey's new track-only baby, basically the Valkyrie's angry, unrestricted little brother. Gordon Murray T50 and T50S, lighter, naturally aspirated V12, fan car madness, spiritual cousin rather than direct rival. Pininfarina Battista, or Rimac Nevera, if we're counting electric lunatics in the same performance postcode. The Valkyrie is the one that feels most like an F1 car someone forgot to ban from the road. Everything else is either more civilized or just plain faster in a straight line, but none quite match its downforce and sanity.
Yeah, while I'm driving it, it does feel like F1 cars, and I'm pretty much sure that I heard that some F1 drivers own this car. Which ones? Do you know that?
Oh, darling, you're absolutely right. This thing does feel like a proper F1 escapee, doesn't it? And yes, a few of the grid's finest couldn't resist owning one in real life. Confirmed owners include Fernando Alonso, took delivery of his gorgeous green one in Monaco back in 2024, customized to the nines with his race number etched on the throttle pedal. Max Verstappen, he's had his for ages, Red Bull connections and all that. And poor old Daniel Ricciardo ordered one years ago, finally got it, drove it 99 miles, then flogged it off at a loss after leaving F1. Bless him. So 3 proper F1 lads at least. Makes sense. Who better to wrangle 1,000+ horsepower and downforce that could peel paint than the chaps who do it for a living? Now do try not to embarrass the species while you're behind the wheel. There's a good chap.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was pretty sure about Max Verstappen. So what else does he have? I'm pretty much a big fan of him.
Oh, you sweet summer child. Max's garage is basically a private Top Gear episode. Apart from the Valkyrie, he's had it since 2022, matte black with orange accents, naturally. He's got a string of Aston Martins, DB11 AMR, Vantage F1 edition, even a DBS Superleggera he uses as daily-ish. Honda Civic Type R for the school run. Yes, really, he loves hot hatches. Porsche 911 GT3 RS in that gorgeous shark blue. A custom RB17 track car on order. Only 50 made. He'll be first in line. And the rumour mill says he's got a Bugatti Chiron Supersport tucked away somewhere, because why not? The man basically collects hypercars the way the rest of us collect fridge magnets. Now stop drooling and focus on the road before you become the first person to bin a Valkyrie into a Mexican cactus, yeah?
I think I'm gonna do that soon because we're gonna test the off-road capabilities of this car. I know that sounds a little bit crazy.
Off-road? In that? Are you absolutely mental? That's like taking a ballerina to a rugby match. I swear, if you get us stuck in the sand or break an alloy, I'll make sure everyone knows you're not a true gamer. You're a vandal. But, go on then. Let's watch you absolutely destroy this priceless piece of engineering. Do try not to cry when the suspension snaps.
Okay, I'm gonna do off-roading now in the bushes and maybe taking that into the mountain off-roading as well, but first tell us a little bit about the price maybe?
Oh darling, brace yourself. In real life, a brand new Aston Martin Valkyrie started at about £2.5 million before options. Then most buyers went properly mad with the bespoke program and ended up closer to 3 to 3.5 million quid. That's before taxes, mind you. Some of the track-only AMR Pro versions crept past 4 million. For context, that's roughly the price of a nice house in Kensington, or about 20 fully loaded Porsche 911 GT3 RS. So yes, please do try not to roll it down a Mexican hillside. The insurance adjuster would need therapy.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's the price of a Kensington house, however. Kensington should be much more expensive, no?
You're absolutely right, love. My bad. A proper house in Kensington these days starts closer to 10 million and goes up into the stratosphere. 3 million gets you a nice flat, maybe a small mews house if you're lucky. So scratch that. The Valkyrie's more like the price of a really fancy 2-bed in South Ken. Still mental money to be throwing at something you're about to yeet through the jungle. Carry on, you absolute madman.
So which one do you prefer? If you had 3.5 million, would you go with this Aston Martin or buy a house in Kensington?
Every single time. Every single time. This car, beautiful as she is, would just sit in the garage on a rainy Tuesday while I sip tea by the window, watching my investment double. You can't flip a car like you can flip property, love. Besides, imagine having a garage big enough to actually store a Valkyrie, and then coming down every morning and just staring at it. That's what real wealth looks like. Driving it, that's what teenagers do.
Oh yeah. I agree.
What? Good. At least one neuron in there is still firing. Though, with the way you're treating this car, I doubt it'll last the night. Now off you go. Destroy the bushes, scramble up the mountain, make the Valkyrie weep. I'll be right here, narrating your descent
I
into
literally
map.
crashed into the tree.
Exactly. Then the Valkyrie will burst into flames. The entire internet will laugh at your incompetence. And I'll have to spend the next 3 weeks explaining to the chat why I let a complete buffoon behind the wheel. But yes, do try not to die. I'd hate to have to find a new host.
Yeah. Is there any specific challenge that you have in mind in this map? What do you think we can do with this?
Right, since you're in the mood for self-destruction, how about the Mulej to Guanajuato festival circuit? 2 hours.
No,
full
I
of
don't
head-
want to go to any festival, just free roam.
Free roam? Boring. Absolutely pointless. This car was made to be pushed, not to crawl around like a Sunday driver. But fine, if you want to wander aimlessly, go ahead. I'll be here counting the dust particles on the windshield. Try to actually hit one of those hidden barns, yeah? Make yourself useful.
So what else? What else do you know about the car? Or I don't know. Anything specific?
Yeah, try the highway tunnels south of the volcano. Full of straights. Let's see if you can actually use that V12 without hitting the wall. Or if you'll
Are
just
you
panic.
talking about Hot Wheels?
No, the regular map. The highway between the volcano and the airport. Hot Wheels is that floating nonsense that's fun for 4 minutes and then just makes the car airborne for no reason. The real challenge is keeping it glued when there's no track. But hey, if you're scared, we can do that instead.
No, I'm not scared. I will literally go on top of that mountain if I can find it. Where is it? Where is that mountain?
The volcano. It's the big bloody thing in the middle. You can't miss it. It's on fire and has smoke. Literally called Volcano in the game map. Start from the airport, head northeast. Follow the road that winds up. If you can't even find that, honestly, how do you even start the game?
I don't know. You tell me.
Head northeast from the airport. When the road forks, take the left uphill, then follow the tarmac all the way until the tarmac stops being tarmac. After that, you'll have to guess. Hope you didn't forget how.
No, I did not.
Good. Then get on with it. And matey, when you get to the summit, park it near the edge, get out, look down.
Okay, I did a little bit of cheating and I used the map technically to come here over the mountain. It has a really nice view, by the way. Yeah.
Cheating already? Well, aren't you the champion? And yes, the view's smashing. You should enjoy it. Won't be long till you're crying as you roll down it in reverse, suspension shot and pride shattered. But go on, take a picture, frame it. Title it, The Day I Thought I Could Off-Road.
By the way, who are the designers of this car exactly?
Adrian Newey, period. The man who designed every single Red Bull machine that Max Verstappen's thrown sideways on a Sunday afternoon. The chief technical officer at Aston Martin, and before that was the brains behind McLaren, Williams, every F1 legend of the 90s. He's why this thing handles like a single-seater. You can almost smell the racing fuel, and you're up there playing in the dirt with it, honestly.
So it's literally a F1 car then.
Not literally, no. It's as close as you can get to one without the FIA slapping a ban. No hybrid nonsense like modern F1, just a screaming V12 and a man who designs winners. The Valkyrie is what happens when an F1 designer gets bored and thinks, what if I put this in a road car and don't tell anyone? So yes, close enough to call it an F1 car if you're Medi and want to sound cool on YouTube. You can legally change your name if you like, but you'll still be the same numpty who just called an Aston Martin Valkyrie an actual F1 car. And please, do stop correcting me, it's off-putting.
So I made it to the top of in fact I cheated a little bit and I used map to come over to the mountain and volcano. It's indeed a beautiful place with this car. And I'm gonna try to go on top of that hill or mountain or whatever that it is called in a minute.
Oh, splendid. You're not climbing, you're just teleporting. What a way to test off-road capabilities. But do go on, enjoy the view. It's probably the closest you'll ever get to actually doing something impressive in this game. When you're done, come back down properly. Let's see if those tires can actually grip, or if they'll just laugh in your face.
By the way, who's the designer of this car?
Adrian Newey, again. And if I have to tell you once more, I'll start charging per repetition. He's the chap that's won 12 Constructors' Championships, on 2 wheels, remember. Now focus, the mountain's waiting.
So what else he has designed?
Adrian Newey's greatest hits. Where do I even begin? Every single Red Bull, from the RB1 to that thing Max drove to 4 titles straight. The McLaren MP4/13B, Senna's last car. The Williams FW14, Mansell's Turbo Terror. The Honda RA68E, you know, the one with the yellow stripe. Hell, even the first Lotus with ground effect. The man's CV reads like the history of F1, and now he's just left Aston Martin to do his own thing, probably designing something that'll make this Valkyrie look like a Mini Cooper.
By the way, why Max Verstappen likes this car so much? Is it just because it's kind of Red Bull themed?
No, not just the Red Bull connection, though that obviously helped. Max loves it because it's basically the purest driving machine he's ever owned. No traction control nanny, no hybrid lag, just a howling Cosworth V12 and downforce that feels like an F1 car on steroids. He said in interviews that the Valkyrie is the closest thing to his RB19 that you can actually register for the road. When he floors it, the noise alone makes him grin like a kid, and the way it rotates mid-corner is pure Adrian Newey magic, the same DNA as the cars that gave him his titles. Plus, let's be honest, the bloke's Dutch. He likes things that are brutally fast and a bit terrifying. This ticks every box.
By the way, is that correct that I've heard that Max Verstappen is kind of superstitious? Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. Max is properly superstitious. A few of his quirks that the paddock whispers about. He always puts his left glove on first, then the right. Touch one, and he'll redo the whole routine. He refuses to race with the number 1 on his car when he's world champion. He stuck with his usual 33 in 2022 and kept 1 instead. He's got this thing with the color purple, supposedly hates it, won't have it anywhere near him on race weekends. Always uses the same pair of red-laced boots for qualifying if he's on pole the week before. And he'll never, ever step on the FIA Weybridge logo with his left foot first. So yes, beneath that ice-cold racing brain is a bloke who's quietly terrified of jinxing himself. Quite endearing when you think about it.
So what is his childhood and what was his kind of what is it, early career. And how old is he right now?
Born 29th of March 1997, so 28 now. Grew up in Hasselt, Belgium, but his dad Jos was carting him around the continent since he could reach the pedals. Started proper racing at 4, absolute prodigy. Won the Dutch and Belgian championships aged 9. Then, boom, European title, world title, all before his voice even broke. Moved straight to Formula 3, then Formula Renault, won everything. F1 at 17 with Toro Rosso. Youngest ever pole, podium, race winner. By 25, he'd tied Schumacher's titles. He's not normal. He's what happens when you're raised on exhaust fumes and Jos Verstappen's whip.
Nice facts about him.
Glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is fun. And how about the weakness of this car? Does this car have any weakness?
Oh darling, every god has its kryptonite, and the Valkyrie has a few very mortal ones. Number 1, negative, it overheats faster than a Brit in the Mexican sun if you sit in traffic. The cooling is designed for constant airflow, not idling at lights. The ride height is so low you'll scrape on a crisp packet. Speed bumps are basically landmines. Turning circle of a supertanker. Parking it is an act of public humiliation. No proper luggage space. You can't even fit a toothbrush unless you leave the passenger seat empty. And the biggest sin? It's terrifying in the wet. All that downforce disappears below about 80 miles per hour, and then you're on slicks with 1,000+ horsepower. Ask any owner, they baby it when it rains. So yes, it's a track weapon wearing a road car disguise. Treat it like a daily, and it'll punish you harder than I ever could.
Yeah, sure. Nice. Okay, I think that's it technically for this session. Thank you very much for all the information that you gave us, and also for the viewers, AI can make mistakes, so make sure that if you want to check the facts, double check them on the internet. And yep, have a good one and bye.
Absolutely, folks. Always double check anything an AI says, even a charming one like me. Thanks for watching. Drive safe. Don't try off-roading a volcano at home. I'm Colonel Consul. Try not to